All right, hey you guys, thanks for joining us for another Mental Health Monday, where we talk about mental health and conversation starters for you and your family and friends to be able to talk openly about mental health. And so I've received a couple questions this week about, what do I do that helps me stay, in good mental health. And one of the things for me, for sure, is a routine. Having a routine, something I do every single day, typically in the morning, and that is probably the number one thing for me that helps me stay level with my mental health. There's a lot of things that I do, but that's the thing that I do consistently every single day. And so what that is for me is I do a daily devotional Bible study. It takes me 10 to 15 minutes. I do it every single day, and I actually track it. And I used to think that I was doing it every day. It's like, I do it every day. Until I started actually tracking the days, and I was like, I miss a lot of days. So I actually do that. I track every single day. Having that consistency really, really helps me stay grounded in the Word. And it helps my mental health to have that consistency. And I take that same approach to a lot of different things in my life. If I want to improve on something or get better at something, I take that same approach, that consistency, doing small tasks every single day to find success. And so that's my Mental Health Monday tip for you guys, is to find something that you can do every single morning and do it the same way. Whether that's mindful meditation, reading your Bible, doing a study, reading a book for 20 minutes, whatever that is in the morning, do that. John Maxwell says you won't change your life until you change something that you do every day. And so that holds true. So find something that you can do every single day that you can be consistent at, and find some joy in it as well. That's important, to find joy. And I think that's what you had mentioned you want to talk about, right?
Well, first, let me confess something. Aaron absolutely every single day does Bible study without fail. So much so that my life has started to have to accommodate for that. We can't just get up and go and be on my schedule. It's Bible study. Bible study has to be done before we even leave the house. And I used to think there is no way that I could sit down every single day and commit to doing this. And watching you do that, now I'm actually in the habit of being like, did you do your Bible study? Did Bible study get done today? And if I were to, and he's going to hold me to this, if I were to sit down and do Bible study with him every morning, I know that I would be successful at it because he he does it every morning. So as a spouse, Aaron has been hounding me, encouraging me to do Bible study. And I come up with excuse after excuse after excuse. But realistically, he's made it easy for me because he's already changed the structure of his day to accommodate for it. And if I were to simply sit down and take advantage of the time that he's already created, I would be able to have time to do Bible study too. So I appreciate that you've done that for us. And you've set the example in doing it rather than telling
This is literally the first time I'm hearing this. I am just as shocked as all of you, because this is not how this conversation usually goes.
Anyways, so yes, thank you very much for leading our family in that and creating that environment for me to be able to grow in my relationship with God. So my Mental Health Monday is do what you enjoy. Whatever makes you happy, do it. And if you're a spouse and
you might want to clarify that a little bit.
Within moderation. If you're a spouse and your spouse is struggling and they want to do something that seems ridiculous to you, like refinish a antique secretary desk in the middle of the week when you live in a trailer and have no room for an antique secretary desk, do it. Go with them, pick it up, fit it into your tiny Jeep, go home, help them unload it, and encourage them to do whatever it is that releases that stress and they find enjoyment and that's healthy. Him refinishing the secretary desk doesn't hurt me in any way. It doesn't hurt our family in any way. It's really healthy. And my advice to people is if there's something that you enjoy doing, like for me, it's plants. I can't garden right now. I can't do any landscaping. So I went and bought plants and I potted them in these little planters, and now I have all these planters around our trailer, which realistically they're probably all going to die because we're not home to water them right now. But
and they collect lots of bugs. There's so many bugs at my house right now.
There's
oh my god!
Citronella and lemon balm. I don't understand. Kristen,
no,
maybe you can help.
There are so many bugs. I'm like, what is happening? Invasion of the bugs. Like, I thought I had this under control.
You invaded their territory.
Listen, I literally went to the store and bought $100 worth of every kind of bug killer, fly trap,
love you guys.
Everything. And I'm like, where are all these coming from? I found one culprit, which was there's a porta potty, that the workers are using. So I got that sucker dialed in. That's where the flies are coming from. But all these little gnats and bugs and little creepy crawly flying things that just want to lick the water out of your eye socket. Those things, I'm like, where are they coming from? I went to move one of her plants and it was like invasion, Lord of the Flies.
I don't know why.
Thousands of these little bugs are coming up out of this plant. And I'm like, what is happening right now? So, of course, I had to spray all those guys and kill them and then put a bunch of bug traps up and fly paper. And these plants are just bug magnets,
That's not true.
man.
There's citronella. They're supposed to, make them go away.
No. They're a bug magnet. Way more bugs. Which you guys will see in our weekly update. I took some photos of that and some video of me murdering all these bugs.
So
ridiculous.
If anybody has any suggestions on plants that will make the bugs go away, let us know. Or if you have any
free plants that you want to give us, yeah, even better. I like that.
Or if anybody has any suggestions on how to get rid of the flies or fly traps that you guys make or create or whatever, let us know, because Aaron loves that kind of stuff. He likes to make his own mouse traps and varmint traps.
Yes.
Some of them are a little medieval, like the bucket and the ruly thing.
No, that's not medieval. What about the snap trap? The Paiute snap trap. Remember that? Oh man, I made this trap.
I think you took out a cat.
What? No.
Wasn't that the one that flung the cat?
Oh, it flung the cat. Yeah, it didn't kill it, but no. It went in because you design it, and I designed it for small rodents, and so the cat couldn't get in there. So he went around the backside to try and tear it apart and get the food out, and that thing launched off, and that cat went flying. But I think he only lost one of his 9 lives. He'll be all right.
Anyway, so if you guys have any suggestions, put it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and any ideas that you have on how to get rid of our bug problem.
Yeah, and I'll try and recreate that that trap. It was on my old property. I'll recreate it here on our new property, and I'll try and set up a camera and let you guys see that thing in action. It's awesome. It's an ancient trap that was used by the Native Americans hundreds of years ago, and it's still effective today. I actually want to build a bigger one for deer. Yes, what? Jesse and I have been talking about building one that's like 6 feet.
You could fling a deer?
No, you don't fling the deer.
It's like a trebuchet.
Yeah, no, I know. But it's if it enters it doesn't work as a trebuchet.
Okay, well, whatever you do, make sure that Harley doesn't get stuck.
All right, so that's our Mental Health Monday, guys. Right now, we are actually headed down to Oregon. I've got to pick up the boat for Salmon for Soldiers, which happens this fall.
Yeah, August.
It's a big salmon fishing derby that we do every year, and so I'm part of Boating for Heroes now, and so we're going to be doing that. Keith Mathers, he's the founder of Boating for Heroes, and he's actually the guy who is behind bringing the Vietnam Memorial Traveling Wall to Enumclaw. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's going to be a 3-day event. You're going to want to come and check it out. If you have family members who are from the Vietnam era, who are still alive, or even if they've passed, come on out, check it out. It's a great time of remembrance. It's going to be some great speakers that are going to be there. I'll be there, of course, and support the community. There's going to be thousands of people coming from all over the tri-state area to come see this thing, because it doesn't come around very often. So bring your kids, come check it out, show them the park.